Hello again. Welcome to another tutorial. This time I'll show you how you could clean your lens element in this Leica Elmarit-M 2.8 135 millimeter. So let's have a look inside. This is actually a nice lens. It performs very good. Of course, it costs a lot. It's for the Leica M, the M mount. This section here is why it has to fit when looking into the viewfinder, so you focus the proper way. But well, it looks like it looks absolutely okay, but if we set it on full open and put a torch in the other end, there will be some fragments of dust or whatever it is. Yeah, here we can see it. Yeah, it's not fungus or haze. Well, maybe it's a mild version of haze, but yeah. But let's have a look inside. We need some tools. For now, it's a very sticky gloves. This is from the hardware store, the garden store actually, with nice flowers on, if someone like that. But the rubber, this is really sticky. So it's good to disassemble part of the lens, which I will show. We need a thin screwdriver, 1.2 millimeter. This is the German brand Vera, which is quite good. Well, for something. We need some compass or lens tools to disassemble it. This is old stuff. At an old compass. Not really old, but I file and grind so the tip fits in many different lenses. This is an old compass, but we need maybe a tweezer, some dentist tool can be really handy. For I always have them aside, so if I need them. We need some rubber tools, not only to take the lens apart, but also need to put the lens on. Maybe the cones are better, I don't know, but they will show later. We need a sucking tool. This is from the phone shop, which is a tool to lift up the front display on most smartphones, but it's also very handy to lift out lens elements from inside the lens. We need some cleaning solution. For this I will try two different. This is the lighter fluid, and I will try the Eclipse. And last but also very important is the Vise PEC-PAD non-abrasive wipe. It's really good, and yeah. So, and of course a blower, very handy. But let's have a look inside. To get into this lens, we need to take the front, this front with the hood on, we have to unscrew it. I thought, of course I have been in, take a sneak peek into this lens, but I thought there was a screw here. But, oh sorry, I thought there was a screw in here, but I was surprised. There's only a kind of rubber or something, wax or whatever, just to keep this tube from preventing it from just be unscrewed. But it was really tight to get off. But so need my very handy garden tools, garden gloves. So let's see what happens if we just take a good grip. Yeah, we'll get the back part of the lens free. There's no locking screw around here. Well, there is a kind of, but it's not for the lens block. As you can see. So here we have the lens assembly, and get a good grip here on this the thread here. Because of the very sticky gloves, you can get a really good grip. And then have a tight grip, and then the tight grip on here, and then it should be possible to unscrew it without big problems. It goes very good on this lens. Well, here you can see there actually should be a screw here. I mean, it's better to see it. We have here. There should be a screw, because it should lock into this here, but there wasn't any screw. So maybe someone else has been have a look inside. I don't know. Good. Now it's time to take off the front lens group. There's not few. There are not many lens elements in this one. So for this, I will use my my compass here to unscrew it. It can sit tight, so get a good grip here and spread the legs here and tighten the screw here, so it looks like this one. So, and with a good grip and a hand on the table, it should be possible to unscrew gently. So I will just use this to unscrew part of it and do the rest with the rubber tools. It sits a little tight, but let's see if we can. So let's see if I can use my tool here and just put it on the retaining ring. So here we have it. I think someone else has been inside here, but so it is. Now, to get the front lens out, we actually need some tool, the sucking tool, to get the lens out because it sits so tight. But with this one, no problem. So just put it on, almost in the center. So, and tighten it. Now we can move the ring back and forth or wiggle it a little because it's just very tight. And here it comes. So as we can see, it's completely flat on the back side of the lens here. So it goes like here, this. It's curved on the very front. Of course I will use rubber gloves, but I will just put it here. And then I will use some and some good gloves to actually work with the lens. I mean, I think I will get some of those finger rubber thingy. It would be very handy to work with. But this the front lens, can it fit here? Yeah, okay. It goes pretty well. Pretty good. So just do so, as here we have it. So now you can actually see where it should stay. And just for not confuse yourself, if you play with those lenses, we just put a small mark here that face front, just an arrow, so you are really sure where it should stay. Then we can put it on some rubber thing. So now it's next lens element. I think it's not that worth. So it's mostly on the front lens, inside the front lens, and of course of the back lens. But I will clean it anyway, so we'll take that out too. And for this I will use another of those, just a smaller one, to see if it will work. Put it in. I'm doing so. Here we have it. So, and we need a smaller one, the rubber tools, because it's much easier to unscrew it. It says click, so it's free. Now a tweezer is very handy to take out the retaining ring. So, and I think this one will just pop out in my hand without any problem. And it's huge. Here we have it. So now we can actually see where is the dust actually? Is it on the front here inside, or is it in the back? Let's have a look. Yeah, there's some. Or is it on the back here? No. There's some fragments, just a little thin layers, but there is some. So, but let's see what we can do. Put it on some rubber thingy, and maybe I should do the inside first with a PEC-PAD. Funny name. And let's see which. I think I will use the Eclipse just for give it a try. So have the wipe here on the lens, and then add the fluid, the Eclipse here, so it's soaking wet. And then you'll just do like this. And hopefully it looks really clean. So, and then we can do the other side. Now we're here. Use another corner. And we do the exact same. It looks pretty good. Well, so we could actually just put it in again in the tube, but I will just use the wipe here. It's just clean inside here, since it's wet, so you can use the wipe to take out some small fragments of hair or whatever it is. It looks really good. And then I could use this or the other one. Not this, I should use a smaller one. Give it a go with this. here we have it. Wow, it looks really, really good. And then put on the ring. And then the ring should say click. And here we should have it. Okay, so that was the front. Then I will just do a clean for the front first. Yeah, there's the front lens has some kind of, well, you should say small spots on the front lens, which will, I guess, will come from the use of the lens during many years. So then we take the inside here. There's still some. Oh, it looks pretty good. And then we can just some small fragments of something, and then put the lens back again. Wow, it's really good. And then this front lens, front ring. So now it's time for the back lens group, which I will also use another of those rubber tools to put the lens on, and it will be very handy to do like this. Those rubber tools can be used in many different configuration, depending on how which diameter the lens have. And for the back lens group, we need to take off this retaining ring, which it shouldn't use that much force, but with this rubber glove, I think. Also here, there is, maybe it's difficult to see, there's a hole there, there is a hole over there. They have filled up the hole with some sticky stuff to lock the ring, as you can see here. There shouldn't be any screw here. I mean, I don't. I didn't found anything. So, and now we need to take off the back lens screw. And for this, I will use those Norson. This is quite handy. Sometimes it can be not strong enough if the lens is heavy or it's very tight in the fit. So let's give it a go. It's made of silicone, so it shouldn't damage the lens at all. And for your thing, close the aperture. It will prevent too much dust to come into the front groups. And then put this on. And push little. And then it should be possible to lift out the lens. So now it's out. And look very careful. The flat side is on the back. So just to be sure, this side, which is the back side, this side here is completely flat. And the other is curved, just slightly, as you maybe can see. So for this, like the front, just be sure to put an arrow with make a small mark here, not too much, but enough so you can see where it should go, as you probably can see here. So that's the curved side, and that's the flat side. So it looks like here. Good. Now, then it's time to clean that lens. This is quite thick. And I will do the same. Do the outside first. Here. And use another PEC-PAD. And also the eclipse here. So put the wipe here on and add the cleaning fluid. It looked like there is some fragments of the beginning of fungus tracks. Okay, so then we will do the inside of the lens. I don't know how the professional does this. Maybe a ultrasonic cleaner, I don't know. Or they use some. It looks really good. Wow. So I'll just put it back in again. Check there is any hair or there was actually a small hair. As always so. So oh, it's fine. And then screw the retaining in again. And let's see how it looks. Maybe it's okay, maybe not. Well, it's actually a lot better than it was. Whoa, that's great. So then we can just assemble the lens, the focusing system again. Just put it in. Tighten it. And then this front section here, it should just say, have a little click, like there. And on we go. So it's much better than it was. Don't you think? Yeah, I think. Well, there's also the two eyes. Yesterday I just took a look inside here and cleaned the back of the eyes. It looks like sunglasses or glasses. So I will just do a. I'll just try to do a. See how it will work. Yeah, helps a lot. And we do the small. So now it looks really much better. Where's my cap here? So how about that nice length? Yeah. So that was all for now. Bye bye. Okay, well, as I discover, there was actually a pair of lenses in the middle of the this lens, which I haven't seen in the beginning. Well, I do not have a service manual for this lens, so so need to go in again. But still the same, we need to take off this hood part. So, and somewhere in the middle here there is a lens group more. So before I will take this apart, I have already made two small marks here, which so I'm sure when I screw the front part here in, so it sits correct. There's a small set screw here which I have to unscrew, loosen only. So it is here. No need for taking it out. So just let it stay there. So then unscrew counterclockwise. It was not really tight in this lens, so I think it will be okay. Remember to have the aperture fully closed before you open the lens. And another thing, here you maybe can see a small spring. I didn't expect that because I didn't know it, but it's for the aperture ring, and the ball does not sit here. No, it sits somewhere in here. But be aware of when you take out the front lens group here. And here we have the aperture. And when I press the spring, here the clicks from the aperture notches comes from. So be very careful about that. Just put it aside, and I didn't see it in the beginning, but there is a retaining ring here holding one lens group somewhere in here. So I need to take that out. I will just loosen. This ring did not sit very tight, so it comes easy off. I mean, in this lens it comes easy off. Sorry. And then come on, use some rubber tools to unscrew the retaining ring. So we have it here. And then there is a kind of a foam ring, which is here. It's kind of a rubber or foam or whatever it is, I don't know. But it has to be lifted out. And I think it will be okay. Just press it down here. And then with a tweezer, lift it up. So, I simply don't know where all those small hair comes from. They're very annoying. Come on. So, okay. Then there's another lens here, which I haven't seen in the very beginning, but of course. So I will try to take it out with my little sucker here, just to see if I can. Just press it, and then put it on, and then hopefully up. Maybe it's easier if I turn it upside down, and then let the weight of the lens help me to come out. Okay, we are. It works like a charm. Here we have it. So that was not what I expect, but well. So now you know it too when you work with this lens. And that's very handy, I guess. There is some specs in here which I can just use my blower to blow out. So hopefully they will not be back again. This lens looks better to me. I hope it will work. So we'll give it another go. So hopefully somebody will learn something, which I also learned. So I think I will try the lighter fluid this time. It's also a good cleaner, in my opinion. Just go around. And out. There are some kind of something on this lens, but we just do it again. Oh, maybe it looks like it's on the other side. Yeah, it looks like it's on this side of the lens. So we will do it again. I mean, to me, it really looks very clean. There are some things that I, well, give it another go. And was better. Not everything can come off in one clean. Yeah. The lens element have something on it which I cannot take away. So I'll just put it back in. And of course there was a hair in the edge. Go away. Much better. You see, it's so tight. It's amazing made. So put this foam ring or whatever it is made of. Of course it has to sit tight. And then my dentist tool is very handy for putting in the ring. So then the retaining ring, and now we are almost there. Yeah, it's not easy. Sometimes there can be some surprise when working with this stuff. And then we put it in again. Hopefully it's, yeah. And we should end up with the same. But remember the little spring. This can easily be damaged. Mm-hmm. There's something. Mm-hmm. It's really annoying with this this bloody spring. But hope it will work. So here we are. So now we're done. That was interesting to see. So hope you enjoy. So thanks for now.